Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the very tiny mini acrylic landscape series. I have some good news. My auntie came to visit a little more than a week ago, and her son and his family, they went over to Canada, I think it's like maybe 2 years ago already. I don't know, time flies. Maybe 3 years, I don't really know. But they had such a good time out there. She's like, hey, I love this series, but can I request a sunny yet Canadian looking landscape? So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to base this off of a photo that I took while I was working at Sun Peaks in BC. Beautiful place. Totally recommend going there. And I was walking back from work, and there was this beautiful sunset, just like all red and glowy over the kind of like already dark wooded foothills. Kind of, it was really cool, and that's what we're gonna be painting today. It's gonna be a fast one. It's gonna be like 7 minutes, so buckle up. She fast today. And right here, what I'm doing is all I've done so far is I grabbed a little bit of a yellow. I got a bunch of different yellows on my palette, but most of them are like the warm yellow and a little bit of yellow ochre, a little bit of white. And I layered in some glow, some yellow base layer, and then I went in with a little bit more red and yellow mix, which makes orange, obviously, and I went in with that. And then I made this purplish color, and I blocked in a couple of darker clouds up top. And then I'm adding more purple, more blue, and more red as I make my way over here to the foreground, where all these rolling hills just kind of like fall off your brush. Slightly diagonal, mostly horizontal strokes. And then the closer they get to you, the darker and more vivid they will become. Here I've got a flat brush. It's a little bit smaller. I'm just going to go in with another layer of orange just to clean up a little bit of this glow here. And we'll be doing that a bunch of times, because usually, or sometimes one layer of acrylics just doesn't quite cut it. Here I got some bright yellow and a little bit of white, and just these broad horizontal strokes let the paint fall off the brush, and it creates all of this nice sunny glowy effects of long horizontal clouds. And you can add as many of these as you want. I went kind of nuts with it. I put in lots of them, and I covered up most of the dark clouds that I put in earlier, but that's fine. We didn't really care too much. And here I just got a little bit of white, and I mixed it with just a little bit of blending medium, like slow dry blending medium. And combined with that, I can make the very, very bottom just a little bit lighter as opposed to the rest of the sky. Because usually the horizon is a little bit lighter than when you go further up. And here I got some dark purple color, and I'm just going to decide where my big hill is going to live, like super close nearby. And I'm just, with a diagonal stroke, blocking that in. Not really paying too much attention to it, just like going with the flow. Drop it in wherever, as big or as small as you want it to be. And then one more layer all the way here in the foreground, just to separate things a little bit. The more of these layers you add, the more depth you create in your painting. So right now I got like 4 very distinct ones. You can add as many as you want. Here I've got a very tiny brush. It's quite long and it's sharp. And just with the chiseled edge of that brush, the very, very tip, I'm just going to block in a couple of these evergreen trees, making sure that the edge of the brush is chiseled at all times. And I'm just wiggling the brush back and forth, left and right, as I make my way down in this vertical stroke. But you got to keep wiggling. You can't have the brush be still. You got to keep wiggling left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right as you make your way down. And there could be a couple of smaller ones here in the background. Gives it a little bit of depth. You want trees, all kinds of shapes and sizes in here if you want to make it look realistic. And the more variety you have in them, the more realistic it's going to look. And the more depth your painting is going to get. So highly recommend. A couple of big ones, a couple small ones, all shapes and sizes. Have some fun with it. A couple more here on the right. Boom. That's a big one right there. I like that one. Need a little bit of a sharper top. And using that same color and just kind of like cleaning up the bottom of these trees here. making them blend in with the layer of the ground that's below it. And using a slightly darker color, just adding in a little bit of brown into the same color or the same purple mixture that I had before, just to give the foreground a little bit more of a definition. And with that said, that's going to be our painting for today. I hope you all had a good time. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to support me. And then we will catch you on the next episode. It's going to be another Canadian themed one. Have a good time, everybody. See you on the next one. Shaka.